everybody, and welcome to 2026. We are now moments away from the new season from starting. This is being recorded, I think, a day before pre-season testing officially begins in Bahrain. We've had the shakedown. We've seen every car on the track, including Williams, after they had missed the shakedown test. Now, similar to what I've done for the last 2 years, we have 10 teams to rank. What's that? Oh, my bad. We have 11 teams to rank this year as Cadillac joins the grid. This is probably going to make things interesting. So we have 11 teams to rank this season then, or this year I should say. And we will be ranking them and off, of course, on my trusty tier list. If you want to use the same tier list as me to make your own rankings and make your own videos on it, the link to this tier list will be in the description. So, we're going to be ranking them in constructors' orders from McLaren down to Cadillac. Cadillac obviously being last because they did not compete last year. I think we might be in for a good tier list, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Now, disclaimer, this is all my opinion. If you do not agree with my rankings, you are free to tell me in the comments what you would have done. But this is how I feel about the liveries. I've looked at them long and hard, so I've got a lot of notes as well, which I want to say about some of the teams. So, starting off with McLaren. Now, McLaren are off the back of a double world championship with Lando Norris and the constructors. Say what you want about Lando, he may not be the best driver of 2025, but he did score the points needed to get the championship. Argue with it in the comments, I am not a Lando fan, as I'm sure you can tell. Ignore this, more on this later. McLaren, what's that? What's this? What's this like green thingy on the airbox? What is? No, I don't like that. Like the black stripe down the middle. Okay, maybe, but then the orange bit connecting it here. Just no, I don't like that. And then that green airbox is just why? Why is that there? McLaren is going in meh on my tier list, and this is a good livery for the past 2 years. When they've tried to evolve it, I would have preferred them to stay with the same livery, to be fair. That just does not work for me. Right, moving on. Mercedes is up next. Now, Mercedes had a very respectable 2025, taking a handful of victories with George Russell and a handful of podiums with Kimi Antonelli as well, who had a very solid rookie campaign. Ooh. That looks quite sleek, I think is the word I'll use that. Now, I do have a few gripes about this livery. For starters, I wish Microsoft was in white instead of the actual colours. I mean, I understand they might be mandated to, but I think when Alpine and Renault had Microsoft, they were whited out logos. And on the race suits, they're whited out, so it doesn't make any sense. And also, I think it's supposed to be the AMG badge along the side pod. I'm not a fan of that. I think if that was solid silver, that would look better. But it's a nice livery, don't get me wrong. Mercedes will be going into good. That's a very nice livery. Not as good as last season's. I will say that. It's not as good as last season's, but it is very nice. So, on to Red Bull next. Now, Red Bull have had the same livery for the past 10 years, so I don't have a lot of expectations. And I mentioned all the way back in October last year that if the livery changed, I would be buying a Red Bull shirt. Do you see where this is going? It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Red Bull, why? Why only change it now? Why? Why couldn't we have these for a few years ago? Best. Genuinely, I am blown away by the fact that Red Bull changed the car, hence why you probably noticed I am wearing a Red Bull shirt. I lost a bet, I paid up. Even though I absolutely hate it. And yes, I'm sure you can tell it is the 2026 version. As I'm sure you can see, it has the design of it, so... yeah. Moving on to Ferrari then, where one of my favourite drivers is located, Lewis Hamilton. And I'd rather not talk about 2025 because I do not want to go back into depression. Yet.
This is not good teamwork, that's all I'm going to say. How are people ahead of Charles? I'm just burning up my tyres behind him. Understood. You want me to just sit here, salt the whole race?
Can I come back to you?
In China, I got out of the way when you're on a different strategy.
Understood. We swapped the cars.
Have a tea break while you're at it. Come on.
And Shine's 1.4 behind.
You want to let fast as well?
Anyways, Ferrari have gone back to glossy paint jobs for the first time since 2018, as I'm sure you noticed as well with the Red Bull. They went back to gloss. Despite the HP still being an absolute eyesore, I really like this livery Ferrari. Like, if the HP was red or black or any other colour, it looks better. Blue, I don't like it, but it does give nostalgic Ferrari, 70s eras vibe. And it does remind me a lot of their Monza livery last year. Ferrari is going ahead of Mercedes in good. Genuinely, nice job, and also better than last year's. I wasn't a fan of all this white. Like, yeah, it made the HP blend in, but it was too much. Williams are up next, and as I'm sure you can tell by the hat, I am a big Williams fan, and if you follow me online and stuff, I am a big Williams fan. Despite that, the livery is not as good as I thought it would be. I understand Barclays need to have their blue on the car, but genuinely, the whole side pod should have just been white. And Barclays written in blue, because then you don't have this black bit of carbon separating them. It's just a solid white side pod. That would have made the livery look a billion times better. Instead, we got that. Williams will be just ahead of McLaren in meh. It's not a bad livery, but I don't like it. Not as much as I thought I would. Now, VCarb is up next. The second team powered by the Red Bull powertrains Ford. As I'm sure everyone will just be calling it Ford. I quite like it. I think it actually is cleaner than last year's design. I do like it. Although I just have one thing to ask VCarb. Why the thick airbox? Like, why is it so big?
Maybe because we need to cool the engine down, you
What? How much cooling do you need?
all of it.
Anyway, jokes aside, it's a very nice car. VCarb is going top of good for now. Genuinely, I like it. Moving on next, Aston Martin, the car that was revealed just last night. And their GP2 stream. Yes, if you watched the Aston Martin stream live, you would have seen the stream kept getting crashing. It was already like 10 minutes late when they started it. So yeah, I think everyone kind of just came up to it that it was a GP2 stream. What a good way to start the year, guys, with Honda. And you can't even get your live stream to work. Jokes aside, though, that's a nice livery. They've gone away from the metallic for the first time since they've been in the sport in 2021, and they've gone for satin. Better than last year's, I will say that. Better than last year's. It's going ahead of Mercedes, but behind Ferrari in good. Genuinely, I like it. And obviously, with it being Adrian Newey designed, you better keep your eye on this car, because I can guarantee you it is going to bring us some good results.
As of editing this video, the Aston Martin can barely complete any laps at speed, mainly due to the GP2 engine sitting in the back of the car. Lord have mercy on an also soul, you piece of...
Haas is up next. The first American team on the grid. Well, Haas Toyota Gazoo Racing, as they are officially called this season. They've dropped MoneyGram. I think they're still a sponsor, but they're no longer title sponsor. That goes to TGR. Oh my god. It's beautiful. This has got to be one of the first times I have genuinely loved a Haas livery this much. Best. Genuinely. I can't say anything negative about this livery. It is just perfect. There's nothing I can say about it. It's just perfect. Genuinely, good job, Haas. Next up, one of the newer teams on the grid, Audi, who have just recently taken over Sauber. So we officially have an Audi works team on the grid. Now, we got revealed this concept livery back in October last year. I mean, it's a concept, so there's room for improvement. Personally, I wouldn't have one solid stripe separating the carbon, the red and the silver. I would have maybe blended it together, or just not have the harsh cut there. Like maybe a gradient, or just mix it in like a checkered design. I don't know. So, Audi revealed to us the exact same livery. And also, why is the BP in green? It looks so out of place. Already, I wasn't a fan of the livery like that, and they just copy-pasted it. So, say what you want. Bad. I don't like it. Genuinely, I don't like that. Just, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I just hate it. We have now two teams left. Alpine, who finished last in the Constructors for what would have been 2 years in a row if it hadn't been for a shock double podium in 2024. In 2025, however, they did not get to spare that. They are now running the Mercedes power unit for the first time since 2015, when they were known as Lotus. And when obviously I was watching the live stream, as I did all the teams, and last time I checked Alpine, we're not doing some MSC Cruises boat review, we're doing a car review. So stop talking about your dang boat.
No.
No one cares about your boat. Show us the car.
We do not care.
Now, there were spy shots of the A526 around Silverstone a few days before the event, running their 2025 livery. Or so we thought, because just a few hours before the event, I managed to find a picture where it showed the nose a bit, and I noticed they had a little bit of blue under the Alpine badge right there. That wasn't on last year's livery. So when we came to the launch event, that exact livery was the one they launched. And I said this last year, I don't like this livery, guys. This livery, with the pink side pods, would have put you in good or maybe even best. But because of that, you're going in trash. I still hate it. It hasn't grown on me in one bit. I still hate it. So, keep the pink side pods maybe? It looks 10 times better. For me personally. Now, we have one final team to rank. The Cadillac Formula One team. Now, Cadillac have done a ton of promoting and all their preparations of prepping to get their car ready for the tests, get the season started, to just make sure they arrive in Australia and the car is able to run. And they have done this brilliantly. They ran this testing livery with all the names of their employees to help get the car ready. That's clean. I like that. And then the car revealed at the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh. That's clean. Like, yes, it's a split black and white design. It's unique. It's unique to Cadillac, and it is going to bring some attention to the team. Yes, they may be miles off the pace at the back. The team is prepared for that. I just like the fact they've gone bold with the livery. Now, this is completely unbiased, my ranking. It's just purely what I first thought of the livery when it dropped, and if it grew on me. I instantly fell in love with the Cadillac. So, the Cadillac is going into best behind Red Bull. So we have both American teams with the best liveries and Red Bull. That is going to conclude my ranking then. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It does help me out an absolute ton. And who knows, maybe I can invest in a new green screen stand. Yeah, if you enjoyed the ranking, let me know. Let me know what you would have ranked them. And just stay tuned for more videos. Also, and with that, I shall leave you, everybody, and I apologise sincerely for my lack of uploads. I have had other stuff to do. Although, if you want to see what I've been getting up to, I'd highly recommend going down to like my Instagram or my Twitch. It'll be in the description, because I go live most weeks on Twitch when I'm doing league races on F1, and I post a bit more about my personal life on Instagram, as well as certain clips from the league racing. So make sure to follow those too, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Let me know also what kind of tier list video you want to see next, and if it's a good idea, I will be getting around to doing it. I just hate working with this green screen stand. And I shall see you all in my next video. Also, before you click off, here's a few bloopers from during the recording of this thing, because I think you'll find them quite funny. I'll cut that out. So, starting off with McLaren. McLaren are off the back of a double world champ. Nothing works. Now, Red Bull Racing have not really done any surprises. We've got Ford joining the team, so you would expect there to be some change. You know, you'd expect it. It's Red Bull. I don't even know where this is going. But no, we got that. McLaren, no,